Normally take a big L shape.
What would be the overall rainfall?
Well, they kind of like, I've only done 30 jumps with the last 15 different Dakotas. No, it's just a low 5 jump.
So if you've got a map in your house marked, we can work out the find solution for it.
I'm literally, I'm walking literally the road where
Squadron, left hand!
Standard bearers, order, standards.
Lord Lieutenant, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today. This memorial commemorates the men who flew from Royal Air Force Rivenhall on the 24th of March 1945 as they embarked upon the Rhine crossing Operation Varsity. It was the greatest air operation of all time. Of those who left that day, 80 never returned and made the supreme sacrifice for the defense of our liberties and freedom. Their names are recorded for posterity on the plinth behind me, and I will now invite His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant for Essex, Mrs. Jennifer Tolhurst, to unveil this plinth. Ma'am.
Standards, carry, standards.
Parade! Officer on parade. Dismiss!
Hello, sir. How you doing? Nice to see you.
just, and thankfully heading in the right direction, back towards our own lines and not towards Germany, which was some great comfort at least. Nothing seemed to be working. It seemed like curtains, and we'd have to bail out. But now, you may wonder why I'm clutching this hammer. Well, believe it or not, this little hammer saved our lives.
What do you mean?
Well, the control column was so badly damaged that Sergeant Fred Hapley, the flight engineer, tied this hammer to it to act as a splint and prevent it from snapping off. It was barely held together by 1/4 of an inch of metal, and this at least enabled Ron to get some control of the aircraft. But my God, we were still in trouble. It was quite clear from the frantic pushing and pulling of buttons that things were not working. Now, the crew had all been very brave on the outbound flight, and none of them had strapped up their parachutes. And me, not wanting to be a sissy, had followed their lead. So now we all began madly strapping our parachutes together and climbed down into the escape hatch and waited.
My goodness, you must be absolutely terrified.
Just a bit, yes. And whilst Ron was heroically trying to keep us in the air, literally by the strength of a hammer, I remember sitting there thinking, well, Rosemary, this is it. You're either going to be killed or court-martialed after this, and heaven knows what Uncle Ian is going to say. I remember thinking, at least I wouldn't have to live to a dreary old age, which to my mind was no bad thing at least, but I could have done with another year or two. But then Ron and Fred saved the day, performing some extraordinary technical feat. Despite some evil-smelling hydraulic oil spraying all over us, Ron had somehow managed to get the undercarriage down, and by some miracle we saw an emergency landing strip right in front of us, and we landed perfectly. We all agreed that we'd never seen Ron do such a brilliant landing.
Gosh, that's absolutely incredible. Now, where were you?
Well, we had landed at an emergency airstrip for lame ducks, manned by Americans. Strip B-53 at Merville near Lille. The aircraft was pretty much all shot up, so we jumped down through the escape hatch and were immediately met by a group of tough-looking Yanks and some French civilians who were very wide-eyed when they saw a somewhat dishevelled and oil-stained woman emerging.
Nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold. The gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world still is the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love.